My friends, let us speak honestly tonight. The world we live in is shifting before our very eyes. We are witnessing a moment in history where the rise of one nation has begun to reshape the balance of power, challenge old assumptions, and inspire a new vision of what is possible. That nation is India. And whether people admit it or not, the remarkable growth of India in 2025 has stirred both admiration and unease. It has forced America, and indeed the world, to confront a new reality: that the future will not be defined by the strength of one nation alone, but by the rise of many. What makes India's story so compelling is not just its economy, though it is surging ahead with innovation and ambition. It is not just its technological breakthroughs, though they are rewriting the rules of progress. It is the spirit of a people, young, driven, unapologetically confident, that has captured the attention of the world. Ambition has always been the spark that ignites transformation, the invisible force that turns impossibility into reality. India's story today is not simply about growth measured in numbers, but about ambition measured in spirit. It is about a nation that once was told it would never rise to global heights, yet chose to believe otherwise. It is about millions of ordinary men and women who wake up each morning with the determination to build a life better than the one they inherited. Ambition is what drives the farmer to embrace new methods, the student to stay up late and master a new skill, the entrepreneur to take a chance on an idea that others call too risky. This ambition is not selfish, it is collective. It is rooted in the belief that progress for one can open doors for many, that when individuals pursue excellence, they lift the entire nation with them. The power of ambition lies in its refusal to accept limits imposed by others. For too long, India was seen as a follower rather than a leader, as a nation destined to remain behind stronger economies. But ambition changed that perception. It fueled advancements in science, space, technology, and medicine. It gave rise to voices that demand a place at the table of global decision-making. It instilled confidence that India does not just deserve to participate in the future, it deserves to help design it. And this ambition does not stop at borders, because it is carried by millions of Indians around the world, contributing, creating, and proving that excellence has no nationality, no boundary. Ambition is not about arrogance, but about belief. The belief that with determination, hard work, and vision, a nation can rewrite its destiny. Innovation has always been the heartbeat of progress, the force that turns raw ambition into tangible change. In today's world, innovation is no longer a luxury. It is the very foundation of national strength. India's rise as a technological powerhouse demonstrates how creativity and problem-solving can reshape not only industries, but entire societies. From the coding labs in Bengaluru to the bustling startups in Hyderabad and the research centers in Pune, innovation is transforming the way the world views India. It is not just about producing software or exporting services. It is about designing solutions that address real-world challenges, from digital payments that empower small shopkeepers to space exploration projects that inspire the imagination of millions. What makes this innovation remarkable is that it emerges from constraints. It comes from young minds who refuse to be discouraged by limited resources, from entrepreneurs who see opportunities where others see obstacles, from scientists who dream beyond the boundaries of current technology. This ability to innovate under pressure gives India an edge that many advanced nations can no longer claim. It proves that true progress is not about having the most resources, but about having the most resilience and creativity. And this innovation is not isolated, it is contagious. It inspires collaboration between nations, attracts global investment, and encourages the world to see India not as a consumer, but as a creator. It challenges outdated stereotypes and redefines the role of emerging nations in shaping the future. Innovation allows India to step confidently onto the global stage, not just following trends, but setting them, not just learning from others, but teaching the world new ways of thinking, new ways of building, and new ways of solving humanity's greatest challenges. Demographics are destiny, and nowhere is that more evident than in a nation with a young, ambitious, and rapidly growing population. India's strength lies not only in its numbers, but in the energy, determination, and vision of its people. With the majority of its population under the age of 35, India possesses a demographic advantage that few nations can match. This is not just a statistic, it is a force of nature. It means classrooms filled with students eager to learn, workplaces energized by fresh perspectives, and communities brimming with ideas that can transform the future. A young population brings with it an unmatched hunger for progress. These are men and women who are not content with the limitations of the past, but who are striving for something greater. They are willing to embrace change, adapt to new technologies, and challenge Olver's our outdated traditions. In a rapidly evolving world, it is this flexibility and courage that ensures a nation remains competitive and relevant. Where older societies may struggle to keep pace with innovation, India's youth are ready to drive it forward with relentless determination. This demographic power also fuels entrepreneurship. Young people are not waiting for permission. They are building businesses, launching startups, and taking risks that once seemed unimaginable. Every small enterprise, every new idea, every bold experiment adds to the momentum of growth. And as more young Indians rise to positions of influence, they bring with them not just ambition, but a vision of inclusivity and progress that can uplift millions. This demographic dividend, if harnessed with wisdom and opportunity, is the engine that can propel a nation from being a rising power to becoming a global leader, setting the stage for a future defined by possibility rather than limitation. Strategic alliances are the foundation upon which nations secure their influence and ensure their future in an interconnected world. No country, regardless of its size or resources, can thrive in isolation. It is through meaningful partnerships, rooted in trust and mutual respect, that nations expand their reach, protect their interests, and shape the global narrative. India understands this truth deeply, and over the years it has positioned itself as not just a participant, but a pivotal player in global alliance. By forging relationships with established powers while simultaneously extending a hand of cooperation to developing nations, India has demonstrated a balance of pragmatism and vision. These alliances are not merely about economic trade or military cooperation. They are about shared values, shared security, and shared responsibility for the future. When nations choose to collaborate with India, they recognize its stability, its commitment to peace, and its ability to act as a bridge between different worlds, East and West, developed and developing, traditional and modern. Such strategic partnerships give India leverage in arenas where decisions shape the destiny of billions. Climate change negotiations, technological standards, global health initiatives, and international security. Through alliances, India amplifies its voice, ensuring that the concerns of emerging economies are not overlooked and that opportunities for growth are equitably distributed. This is more than diplomacy. It is leadership in action. It signals to the world that India is not content to remain on the sidelines, but is prepared to stand at the table where the future is being written. And with every new alliance formed, every bridge strengthened, India secures not only its place in the present, but also its claim on the possibilities of tomorrow. Innovation and technology are the engines driving progress in the modern era, and those who master them hold the keys to influence and prosperity. India has embraced this reality with determination, transforming itself from a nation once seen as dependent on foreign advancements into a hub of groundbreaking innovation. From software development to space exploration, from renewable energy to digital payments, India has showcased to the world that its capacity to create and adapt is not only impressive, but unmatched in scale and speed. What makes this journey remarkable is that India's innovation is not confined to elite laboratories or closed research centers. It is a movement powered by millions of young minds, entrepreneurs, and visionaries who see problems as opportunities and constraints as catalysts for creativity. Whether it is designing affordable healthcare solutions, developing technology that connects rural villages to global markets, or leading advancements in artificial intelligence, India's innovators are not simply following global trends. They are shaping them. This technological rise is not just about economic growth, it is about empowerment. Every breakthrough creates jobs. Every innovation lifts communities. And every advancement signals to the world that India is no longer the technology consumer of the past, but a producer of ideas and solutions that can transform lives. By building this ecosystem of innovation, India strengthens its position on the global stage, ensuring that its voice is not only heard, but also sought. After discussions that determine the course of industries and economies. And with each passing year, as talent meets opportunity and ambition meets action, India demonstrates that its rise in technology and innovation is not temporary. It is a defining feature of its future. Global influence is not only measured by military strength or economic output, but also by the ability to shape narratives, build partnerships, and inspire nations. India's rise in recent years reflects exactly that a steady expansion of its soft power, diplomacy, and leadership in international forums. Where once India was seen as a participant on the sidelines, today it is recognized as a central voice in shaping the debates that matter most: climate change, trade, technology, and peace. What sets India apart is its ability to balance tradition with modernity, to remain deeply rooted in its cultural identity while engaging dynamically with a rapidly changing world. Its music, cinema, yoga, literature, and philosophy reach millions beyond its borders, cultivating respect and admiration. But beyond culture lies the deeper influence of diplomacy, where India has emerged as a bridge builder, a nation that can engage with both the East and the West, the developed and the developing, bringing perspectives that few others can provide. In a world often divided by conflict and mistrust, this role becomes even more critical. India's global influence is not just about asserting the power, but about offering solutions, fostering cooperation, and demonstrating that leadership can be inclusive rather than exclusive. By hosting summits, engaging in strategic partnerships, and standing firm on issues of sovereignty and fairness, India communicates to the world that its vision is not just for itself, but for a shared future. This expanding global presence places India in a position where its actions and words carry weight far beyond its borders. Every agreement signed, every partnership formed, every stance taken on global issues reflects not only the aspirations of its people, but also the responsibilities that come with being a rising superpower.